Good evening. How you doing tonight? Hello, Laura. Hope you had a great day. Hope your New Year's going well so far. We got someone here waiting for his dinner, huh? Hey, how about kisses? Waiting for this. Let me go over here. Mute this thing. There we go. So what do you think? How about kisses? Now, up here, give me kisses. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. They are having fish mixed in with their food. And this one here is very impatient. He says, I want my dinner and I want it now. Huh? That's what him saying, huh? Okay, we can do it. This one's Luna's. This one, no, not yours. No, Jackson. This is yours, Bubba. There you go. You can slow down. No one's going to take it from you. Hey, Laura. Something a little different, huh? But fish is good for you. Yeah, fish is good for you. It's good for you, and I didn't want to make nothing else. What do you think of that? Huh? Don't worry about what she's doing. She's not going to take your food, and you're not going to take hers. So, what's everybody up to today? Me, I ain't been up to too much of anything. It was cold today, and it's been cold. And I'm housebound anyway, so I don't care. You're not going to stop till that's all done, are you? It's all right. Dropping a lot of it on the floor. Three loads of laundry. That's never fun. Oh, Jackson. No, that's never fun. Oh, you don't do laundry. Such a good boy. Is that good, Luna? I see what you're doing. You're getting all the pieces of fish first. Jackson. Laura thinks you're handsome. So I found out yesterday that Jackson was born January 20th, 2017. So he's not going to be 7 years old. He's going to be 6 years old on the 20th of this month. You're sliming me, Jackson. Stop, Bubba. know it's good, but you can keep your face over that bowl. You don't have to put it over my leg. Now I got fish and dog food. Hey, Fish Guy Ranch, how you doing, Tyler? You're not done yet? Oh my. Just watching a movie. I watched a good one yesterday, and I'm going to watch part two tonight. I think The Equalizer with Denzel Washington. I think they ought to do a combination movie there with The Equalizer and John Wick. That'd be a hell of a combination. You know, Jackson, you're going to have. Okay, you got your food here. You can eat it there, but don't you go over there and try to get Luna's. I don't want to have to break up an ass whooping. I was going to say fight, but hey, Robert, there wouldn't be no fight. Luna would kick your ass. It's all gone, Baba. Go on, go lay down now. Go lay down. I know you're so handsome. That keep on backing up. Go lay down. Go lay down. Please go lay down. Don't tell me no. Go on. Go lay down. Oh my. Hey, thanks, Tyler. Yeah, I can't do that with mine, Tyler. They wouldn't be full all the time. They'd be empty all the time. Luna, she'll leave stuff in her bowl and go back, but Jackson won't. He's all about, I got to eat everything that's right there. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. I don't know what I'm going to make me for dinner yet. There's nothing out there, Luna, except water. Yeah, plumbing. They got stuff now where it's pretty easy to do, Robert. Thanks, Tyler. Leaky garbage disposal. I used to have one here. Did the same thing. Actually, it got froze up, which is even worse. You can put another one in easy enough. Hey, you take care, Tyler, if you're leaving. They are very handy to have. But I have two four-legged garbage disposals. I might just make me cook me up some hamburger, add some spaghetti sauce, boil some noodles. What? You sound like a snorting piggy. Oh, they do. Yeah. You know, there's some things you can't feed a dog, or shouldn't feed. I won't say can't. Hey, Angela. I mean, until you do a little studying, you don't know about some things that could hurt dogs or that's not good for them. Like, I didn't know that dogs were lactose intolerant. They cannot digest milk products properly. Some dogs are very fine with it. These guys, a tiny little bit of cheese, they're fine. Too much, and they get the runs. Bad. I'm doing well, Angela. Did you finish all in your bowl, or did you just come over here to pick up what Jackson dropped? Huh? You want to say hello? Come here. Oh, such a beautiful girl. Licking them chops, huh? Licking them chops. Oh, thank you. That was so sweet. Well, turkey's okay for him. I hope so. The Purina one I got him is turkey and venison. I think it's just on how much you give them, but definitely not chocolate. No chocolate, no cheese, no excess of garlic or onion. I mean, most of the things they say are bad for them won't really hurt them, but I'll tell you what, if you've never experienced a large a large dog with the runs, you don't want to. I know we got hit with the cold a little bit, and I'm not really complaining. We've had some crazy ass weather, and yes, they're even talking about it now. The polar vortex has changed. Well, it's because the Earth has shifted its axis. But yeah. Oh, you save a lot of money that way, Robert. I mean, I uh, 3 cartons for $28. Yeah, Laura, that's true. Nutmeg's another one. I forgot that one. But no, in the last 10 years, there's been 3 earthquakes now that have shifted each time the Earth's axis by a half inch. And you kind of take the globe or look at the globe and it makes sense. You got uh, you got that jet stream now going right over the middle of California, and they are getting hammered. And I do mean hammered. They places around Santa Barbara in Santa Barbara County. I mean, I feel bad for some of the people there. As far as California, it couldn't happen to a better state. Luna's getting rid of all that in her bowl now. Yeah, what'd you buy for tobacco, Robert? I get that Golden Harvest. $20 for a large bag, and they get away with selling it cheap like that because they call it pipe tobacco. And it basically tastes like a Marlboro or an Old Gold. Luna, there's no more over here, sweetheart. Gambler Red, okay. Well, you get used to one kind. It's just like a cigarette. You get used to one kind, and that's what you want. I tried a few, and the Golden Harvest was about the closest to come to the taste of a Marlboro. And for what you pay for two two uh 2 packs of Marlboros, you get a whole large bag almost. Yes, oh, definitely, and no fiberglass. Did you know that they put ground up fiberglass in tobaccos that the companies produce because it irritates your lungs and makes it so the nicotine absorbs easier. I think they even find formaldehyde in cigarettes. I got to go to the store tomorrow and get some more nutmeg before they stop selling it. My new favorite dessert is Edam's chocolate frosted donuts and a glass of eggnog. Oh my goodness. Put it in the freezer until right before it freezes, and it's like a nutmeg milkshake. What, Jackson? You guys are done with your food. Get up and lay down. Relax. Relax. There. Jackson, come lay down. Come on. Come on. Get up and lay down. Well, come up here if you want. Come on. Come on, Bob. No, I don't want you on my lap. Come. Come here. Come on. Up. Come on. Up. Come on. Up. You're stubborn today. I want you to lay down and relax. I love you. I do. With all my heart. Give some big old kisses. Yes. Okay. Come on. Give me some space, Bob. Oh, geez. About 6, 7 years. I got an electric machine. Cost me $60. think the same one is like $80 now. I've seen some ones that you got this big chute on top that you put the tobacco in. I think Twisted V Twin has one. You put the tobacco on the top and put the tube on, push a button. I'm gonna I'm gonna take a day out and what I used to do, and I haven't in a long time, and I take a couple hours out of a day because you can roll a whole carton in an hour or more. I'm gonna do that and put them in the freezer. I like to count mine out. I like to stick with a pack and a half a day, but lately I've been up to 2 packs a day. Yeah, I see Lucky posted on Facebook. It's it's good to see him back working on vehicles again. He's a good mechanic. There you go, Robert. That's a plus to it, right? Well, I could sit right here and with the machine and plug it in down here and roll me out a carton and then put it away afterwards instead of leaving it sit on the counter in the kitchen. If you would, when you come in, hit that like, please. You know, when you have dogs, it's weird. You can tell the difference in what dogs are doing, just like you can with your children. I can I can tell Jackson's out there drinking water because when he drinks water, he's a slob and he's loud and he eats the same way he drinks. Good boy. Now get up and lay down. Good boy. He was thirsty, huh? Are you so handsome? I want to show everybody how handsome you are. Oh, there him is. Look at you, Jackson. Look at you, huh? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, he's such a good boy. Hey Joanne, how you doing? Hey Amy. Did y'all see that the FBI found classified information in Joe Biden's private office? Oh my God, I think they should have taken and put him out on the floor and took pictures of him and everything and put it all over the 6 o'clock news. Huh, Jackson? That's right. Fair is fair. Well, it should be, anyways. Have me some water. No, Amy, I know that I was just talking about that earlier. They're getting hammered with the rain. You know, the old song, there never rains in California, but when it pours, man, it pours. It very seldom rained, but when it did, it was heavy and for no, well, the Congress investigation isn't on Hunter anymore. They found some new stuff. They're going right to the top. But, you know, then again, it's going to be a couple of years of back and forth bullshit because he'll get impeached in Congress and he won't in Senate. You know, yeah, the news, they're going to say what they want to say. That bystander there in Texas, the guy that went into a restaurant and was robbing people, he, he had a toy pistol, but everybody thought it was real. Yeah, Laura, you know what was going on there? Is some bad parenting. You know, if a 6-year-old's getting their hands on a weapon, then you as an adult aren't handling it right. The parents should be charged in that. Hey, junkyard, happy New Year. Well, I'm sure. Before it's done, Amy, they will blame Trump or uh, them papers left in Biden's office was because of systemic racism. It was his mother's gun. Yeah, it's mom. If you have a firearm, and especially if you have children, people, you need to keep that, to where they can't get their hands on it. And they have ones that are, gun locks that are set up just like your iPhone, where you need a thumbprint to be able to get it to work. And I I believe wholeheartedly in one's right to have it, bear arms. You got to be able to defend yourself. And I'm not against the police, but you know what? Something happened here at my house. It's going to take them 4 or 5 minutes to get here. What can happen in 4 or 5 minutes? Hey, Scott.
What you doing, you old fart?
I'm doing good.
I see you got a little snow.
Yeah, that's what you have on your 380, Amy. Good. One of the thumbprint locks.
What are you talking about? That 6-year-old that shot his sister?
No, he shot a teacher.
I mean, not teacher. There was another one. 12-year-old in Oklahoma stabbed her 12-year-old brother, her 9-year-old brother. Excuse me. Did you like my new avatar? It's dedicated to Joe Biden.
There you go. Yeah, it wouldn't. We got town police, Amy. Otherwise, it would probably take 20 minutes for the sheriff.
Hey, did you see that your town had a First Amendment audit done to it?
When was that?
Around New Year's. Some guy posted it, and the guy that posted it demanded he apologize, saying a janitor at the city hall, he said he threatened with a screwdriver. I didn't see that. I just saw he was working on something with a screwdriver, and he just walked away and slammed the door. But he said, "Oh, made a big deal of it." But the guy that did it demanded he get fired. He apologized, or he's going to demand he get fired. And I'm thinking, yeah, that wouldn't happen just because the guy didn't apologize.
No, I didn't. I didn't see it. I wish you knew who it was.
I do. Remember Accountability for All's channel, that Josh Abrams, the one that I'm Against the Press was helping out for a while, but then stopped because he found out he was a convicted you know what, wife beater, and now girlfriend beater, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, so who posted it?
That Josh Abrams, Accountability for All.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to look that up. Luna, please go lay down.
I mean, and then the woman in City Hall said that she wanted to work with this guy to create and I'm thinking to myself, why would anybody? I don't think they would want to work with a guy if they knew what he's been in jail for. That wouldn't look good for your town. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you want somebody to? Would you want the village of your city working with somebody that's been convicted of domestic battery?
They hired Warnock, and he ran his wife over with a car. And he's a senator.
Yeah, but Warnock. Yeah. Big difference. Oh, something like, I know what you're saying, but Warnock ain't much better. I hear you.
You know, unfortunately, Scott, is what I would and want and what the rest of the world wants.
No, I'm just saying, I don't think you would want that, though. I'm just, you know what I'm saying.
But the rest of the world doesn't have a problem with shit like that anymore. I mean, come on, we're selling fucking tampons in men's bathrooms.
No comment. I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole.
It was Obama's birth certificate, huh, Junkyard?
That surprised you, though?
Now, you know, they like to say different things when presidents are in there. You know, you gotta go by what they do.
Hey, that's all right. Hell, I burned down my semi truck last week. How's that for fun?
I don't know. Did you roast any marshmallows?
No, I roasted the truck though. A bird hit the reefer unit in the trailer, caused a fuel leak. Leaked down on the exhaust manifold of the reefer. Caught the reefer on fire, and it caught my truck on fire. But the insurance has to pay for it, so their insurance has to pay for it, not mine. But they're not going to claim on their insurance. The company's just going to write me a check to replace the truck. But they've been paying for the rental.
Yeah, I got a reefer burner right here in the living room.
I don't think that's the same kind of reefer burner.
Probably not.
Yep. Huh?
It's been running all day?
Yeah. It's auto turned on and off.
It's been running all day.
Mm-hmm.
It has been off.
That's weird. Must be the switch is bad.
Yeah, I've been out here several times today. It's been running all day. I wonder if the guy knows the truck's running.
That's weird. Oh well. That's funny. I just did something. I just came to my guy just came and said my truck been running out back all day. That's funny.
I guess I'm missing the humor part of it.
I forgot to turn my truck off this morning. In other words, I forgot to hit the button to turn my pickup truck. It's been idling all day for 7-8 hours.
Oh. Well, it'll be warmed up anyways.
Yep. No big deal. It's still fun. That's where it's funny.
You must have had plenty of gas in it.
Oh yeah.
Not Jack here. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the store tomorrow. I'm gonna have to get you guys some more treats, huh?
More Vienna sausage.
Yeah, they like them milk bones, grain free.
There you go. The grain free are best.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna make. Maybe I should make them. I got like 4 or 5 jars of some peanut butter that I don't care for.
4 or 5 jars of what?
Peanut butter.
Oh.
The stuff that they send home in the like food packages.
I got you.
It's natural, but it tastes like shit. It's real bitter.
I believe it.
But it's peanut butter and the dogs like it. What up, Jeff?
Just saw is it say peanut butter spread on it or peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying some of those used to say spread, not peanut butter, and those are the kind you want to avoid.
Yeah, this is regular peanut butter. Hey, Diane, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hi, Ken. How baby boy? Mwah. I love that face. Yes, I do. Yeah, I got the peanut butter and a bunch of flour. Pretty much all you need.
Now that is impressive. I'm just getting in my truck. It ran all day, literally all day. It's still got 3/4. It only used less than a quarter of a tank of fuel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
you
not
don't
even
feel
old.
good, Diane.
That's good.
Hope you feel better soon. Did you get the COVID? I've had that.
God, I hope not.
I've had that shit 3 times, man. I'm sure glad I got that shot though.
You've had COVID 3 times.
Yes, I have.
I had it once. I don't think it was that bad. Personally, I think I had it when it first came out. About the same. Because remember, I was sick that one time. It's about the same time you were.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that or not.
Robert wants to know if the diesel price. Robert wants to know if the diesel prices are creeping up.
Oh hell yeah!
I don't know if you guys seen the post on Facebook. We don't have one around here, but State should have Aldi's or Aldi's, however you pronounce it.
Aldi's, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them, a lot of the shelves are bare. You know, I'm thinking, come on, Jackson, come on up. I'm thinking maybe Walmart's buying a lot of it out.
Oh yeah.
You've had 4 shots for it, huh, Diane or Laura?
I just had the one only because I didn't want my father to get sick. They wouldn't let me see my father unless I got it. I could have fought it, so to speak. You know what I mean? But it wasn't worth it.
Yes, Junkyard. That's what they're saying in the news, and a lot of insurance companies are not paying for it. So it's like $300 out of pocket. You know what?
What's that?
Unless they make that shit mandatory, they can stick that up their ass because you know I don't have to be fooled 3 or 4 different times to figure out what's going on. I got the one shot and you're done, and still got it 3 times. So if you're,
I got the double one. The one, not the. I got I forget which one was on Procter and Gamble one?
no, Johnson and Johnson.
Not Procter and Gamble. Johnson Johnson, yes.
I hope you didn't get Procter and Gamble. They make cleaning products.
Yeah, I know. Whatever the one that was twice. I didn't trust Moderna, you know, and I waited around. I was watching what the effects people were having. So I didn't just want to just jump into anyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got the Johnson and Johnson. You know, I'm glad I got it. It put my family's mind at ease. I got to see my grandchildren after 2 months.
Let me guess, your family wouldn't let you see them unless you got it.
Oh, they were quarantining. That's when they shut the schools down and.
Oh yeah. So much snow you got on the ground?
About 1 inch. You got all Moderna, yeah. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm glad you got them, Junkyard. I hope they help you, but I have a problem trusting something that after 4 shots, people are still getting it.
Well, they didn't say it will stop you from getting it. They said it will stop you from getting it. It's bad.
When they were first advertising it, Scott, they did say it will stop you from getting it and will stop you from spreading it. That's exactly what they said.
That ain't what they were saying later, because you know.
No, they changed their tune on it.
Well, they just did that to try to get people to get it. I mean, when I said Procter and Johnson Johnson, you know something, you might as well say it, because in a way it is like putting a cleaning product in you. It's like you don't know what you're putting in you. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, in a way you can find humor in that too, because you can't trust them.
Look at this boy.
But I know what you're saying.
Yes. Well, they all said it, Junkyard. I mean, they said that even when Trump was in there. All right, take care, Amy.
I don't remember him saying that, but it wouldn't surprise me. Nothing surprised me anymore.
I mean, when Trump was in there, the Democrats were saying don't take it at all because Trump approved it.
Yeah.
You know, that's another thing. The story on it is changed like 6 different times.
That surprised you?
And I don't think it's so much, you know, this is just my opinion. I'm not a doctor and I'm not giving anybody medical advice. I think it has more to do with what's going on with the person that catches it. That determines on how sick you're going to get.
Yep.
And I hope that getting the boosters and everything, I hope it saves a lot of lives. I really do. But again, I'm gonna have a problem with the fact that if they go back to telling you have to get it and it's got to come out of pocket, well, that's some bullshit. Because I don't know about you all, but I don't shit $100 bills.
I'll give you a better one. I'll give you a good one. I got a new neighbor on my street, and they came up and knocked at my door and introduced themselves. And something was funny about them, and I couldn't quite put my finger on what was wrong with these people. I just, okay, there was something fishy about them. The woman says to me, told me her name, said, "This is my husband." But the woman had a masculine voice, and I didn't say nothing at first. And then her husband had a belly like a beer gut, and I didn't think nothing at first. And then she looked at me and she says, "Is that your red truck out there?" I said, "Yes." How old is that truck? I said, 28 years old this June. It's 28. Yeah, it's 27 years old now. It's almost 28. It's a 95, but it was built a 96, but it was built in 95. Oh. I said, "So what's your point?" It was built in June of 95. I go, "Why?" "We'll give you $1,000 for that truck right now." "Oh, it ain't for sale." And I said, "But there's other trucks you can buy." She goes, "No, we want yours." And I said, "And why is that?" "To save the environment. We'll give you $1,000, and then we're going to take it to the junkyard." We drive 2 Teslas. We believe in electric cars. And I started laughing. They said, "Well, we're and then they want me, and then they're going around the neighborhood signing up and trying to get a petition to take to the town board to outlaw cars over 10 years old." Like, yeah, and I said, and I saw the petition, and I said, "Got a question for you. Where are you from?" And she said, "Well, we just moved here from California." "Oh, that explains it." Okay. And this that ain't gonna happen. I'm not getting rid of my car, and if you want, get rid of my truck. If you want it that bad, I'll sell it to you. Really? Yep. $15,000. That's what they're selling for, because it's a classic truck. So if you want it, I don't care what you do with it. You're going to give me what it's sellable. I showed her that. And then all of a sudden this woman rubbed her husband's stomach and said, "We're expecting our child. Our child." I just shook my head. "Yeah, we're a trans couple. My husband was originally a man. I mean, a woman, and I was originally a man." And I just sat there and smiled, and they could tell by my smile that And they said, "Do you want to laugh or something?" No, no, no. That's just the way I said it too. Nope, nope, nope. They got about halfway down the street, and I looked up, and I was walking Maggie, and I, hell, just fucking started to roll over, laughing my ass off. So that was funny. I didn't say nothing to them, their face, but I wanted to. The last thing I need is a trans couple come up and say I was racist to them or made some comment. But what I'm thinking in my head, I can laugh my ass off all I want, but I ain't gonna say nothing to them. You want to be a Fruit Loop?
You know, if you're a person that has a vagina and thinks you're a man, or you're a person that has a penis and thinks you're a woman, you're delusional.
Hey, I don't care. I don't care what they do. But
nope,
all I know is
business.
That's right.
But you're not going to force me into buying into that shit, because myself, I think you have a mental illness.
Well, hey, put it this way. I mean, my neighbor across the street is 80 years old. You and him are soul brothers. You're just a couple years apart here. And you know what he said to him? He said basically the same thing. He didn't give a crap. He said, "Go ahead. I don't care what you say. You can say what you want about me, but you're a woman that wants to identify, that's dressed like a man, and you're a man that wants to grow your hair long and have fake boobs. You're still a woman, and you're still a man. I don't give a shit."
Yeah.
And then he says, they got a 2-year-old daughter already, and the daughter was with him, and the daughter was calling, the mother, which her real mother, daddy, and vice versa. And he says, I won't. To me, that's child abuse. He says that's child abuse. He said, that's my opinion. You're confused. You're going to confuse that kid.
How you doing, Nate? Hope well. Be whatever you want to be in this world, but I mean, if a person goes to a psychiatrist and says that one minute they identify as this person and another minute they identify as that person, guess what? The doctor diagnosed them with schizophrenia, and they have a mental illness. What's the difference? If you're a man and you think you're a woman, are you schizophrenic? What's the difference between the two? To me, they're both the same.
Yeah. Well, that'd be just like me. But we have to accept that. Society says, the government says. But, how about I call the Social Security Administration and identify as a 70-year-old so I get my Social Security and retire early? How's that sound? Come on. Right now you could denounce yourself as a black man if you wanted to, and we have to accept. Society has to accept it, right or wrong.
We're supposed to.
Yep. So why can't I identify as a 70-year-old man? Where's my pension so I can retire? I wonder how that logic would go. If I seriously walked into the Social Security office and said, I identify as a 70-year-old man, can I have my Social Security now?
Well, Robert, I like talking about it, Robert, because it pisses me off. I'm a live and let live person, but they're not happy with living and let live. They want to teach it to 4 and 5-year-old children. Why should you go into a grade school library and find cartoon books on how to masturbate or give a blowjob?
I haven't seen one of those yet, but I wouldn't surprise.
to me sounds a whole lot like grooming. You're an aardvark, Nate? Cool.
Nate is an aardvark. I can see that. Hey,
No, we're cool. We're cool, Robert. I was going to talk about it anyways because it gets worse instead of better. You've got a teacher on the last day of school, of course, post it because you didn't want to get you know, you didn't want to lose your job as a teacher. Coming out to 5-year-old kids saying that, oh, I'm a transgender. Why does a 5-year-old need to know that? I mean, if a straight person goes into school and talks about their sexuality, they're going to say it's inappropriate.
oh, all right.
There's a difference between acceptance and buying into the bullshit. There's a fine line there. That's like taking someone to court because they wouldn't make you a cake. Well, people have certain beliefs about religion. If they don't want to sell you a cake, it sounds to me like you went there purposely to have something to complain about because there's plenty of other people that would make you a cake. Everybody wants to push everybody's buttons nowadays. I believe they do, Robert. If you think you're something than what you're delusional. And that's okay. As long as you're not imposing on someone else or hurting another person or animals, go for it. Be whatever you want to be. But you know what? You ain't got no business grooming children. Ooh, look at that yummy stuff. Yes, I'd like the white cheese, please. Couple more slices. he muted us. Look at all those nice fresh ingredients.
Yeah, I muted you, you old man.
Yeah, I was telling that person to throw some extra cheese on there. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go up to Hannaford tomorrow. I'll just go a little bit further.
Yep.
Hey, did you wash your hands? How about you, Jackson? Did you wash your paws?
Got to put everything on. Just no mayonnaise, no mustard, no oil.
Hey, did you wash your hands?
Nope.
Hey, lady, did you wash your hands?
Yes.
Where's your gloves?
They got them.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I didn't see them. Now them sleek see-through ones there.
There you go.
Is that good?
Yep.
No, that does look good. You make another one and ship it to Maine.
But me and Norway shipped it to you, it'd be hard as a carp by the time it got there.
No, they got packaging now. They'd be just as fresh. They got a store in Augusta that'll.
I need to do their drinks.
I know,
No
honey.
peanut butter cookies.
We don't have any peanut butter cookies.
No peanut butter cookies. That's communism.
I know. That only has the regular chocolate chip, double chocolate, white macadamia, or raspberry cheesecake.
Raspberry cheesecake. That don't even sound like a cookie.
It's actually really good.
No.
Hey, the chocolate chip ones are good.
Yeah, how much of the cookies now?
Do you do 3 for $2.15 or 6 for $3.98 before tax? They look good.
Yeah, give me 3 of the double chocolate.
Yeah.
Telling you, the chocolate chip ones are good.
You're gonna do 3 with what?
3 of the double chocolate.
3 of the double chocolate.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out of here. Have a good night.
That's right, Subway. Eat fresh.
The napkins are right there in the corner.
What's that?
The napkins are right there on the corner.
I don't need napkins. I got a dog.
Okay.
Hey,
Did you get the Subway Club or the American Club?
All American
All
Club.
American Club. Okay. $12.94 is the total.
Oh my God.
You want your receipt?
Of course.
There you go.
Yeah.
Have a lovely night. Thank you.
I know. Where the hell you had them gloves? Them the same ones you used when you cleaned the bathroom?
You're bad. You know what's stupid? No, they were brand new. You put them on. You know what's funny? This Subway here used to be a Grand Union. This is my very first job that I ever worked at. When it was a grocery store, that is. I closed out this store many nights and drank many free beer from that store.
You're just a good boy. Hey man, such a good boy. Really?
Damn, he snores.
Yeah. I didn't think there'd be anybody that can snore louder than Luna, but he can. Such a good boy. Oh, goodness. Look at him. I love him. Yes, I do. Such a good boy. I bet you're expecting me to share that hamburger with you too, aren't you? Huh? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah, it depends on where. If you go to Walmart, they're I think like $3.70 junkyard, but the other store they're $4 something, which is ridiculous.
It's funny. Yeah. That same couple that told me complained about wanted to buy my truck says that I don't have a right to complain about that. Say anything or something. She says, you haven't lived in this town that long. I can tell. And I started laughing at her. I was born, raised, and have lived in this town my entire life.
Well, I can tell you, I've watched a lot of videos on Teslas and read a lot of things about Tesla, and you know, they make a good vehicle, but you know what?
They're not practical for everybody.
Exactly. For parts of New York or Midwest and definitely Maine, they're not practical. I mean, come springtime, you hit one pothole, you know, you might go up in flames.
You know, exactly. Right there. I bet you can tell that was my childhood home, can't you? Because you see what's out front?
Flagpole.
Yep, that's where I grew up.
Do you still own it?
Nope. My father sold that in 2009.
You know, one thing, junkyard, if you're gonna spend $30,000 or $40,000 on an electrical vehicle, you might as well spend another 10 or 15 to buy a charging unit where you don't have to pay for the electricity.
No, my father bought that house in 1961. And, he lived in it almost 50 years, 48 years roughly.
Jackson, that hurts when you do that. You don't turn your face away. I know you want me to scratch that belly. Yes. Oh, I know. Gosh. Mr. Balls. Yeah. Oh, the junkyard, the Tesla that I like is 120,000. One that has 3 motors in it. And faster than a Lamborghini, and it's got the gull wings on it. Quite the impressive vehicle.
Costs too much. So
I mean, one of those cyber trucks would be nice, but you know, again, if I had the money to buy that, I'd be buying a system where I could charge it myself for free.
oh, that's easy. Plug it into your neighbor's garage at night. Why not? You know what's funny? That as stupid as that sounds, I bet you when electric cars start coming out, you'll see stuff like that.
Yeah, well, what happens, Robert? Because I found that out with the scooter. The cold is hard on the batteries. You
Yep.
you lose probably a good quarter of your electricity. But you know, people stick their regular vehicles in a garage. You stick your electric one in there. Oh yeah, they want to cut gas, cook stove. They there is states out there that are putting that into effect already, junkyard. I get in
I tell you,
20 in
they
20
did that here.
by 2030 they're not going to have any gas at all. You know, and people don't use their brain. I mean, oil is like salt. You know, it's got like 10,000 different uses. They use oil to make those electric cars.
They're forgetting one other thing. they use oil to make electric wires. And I said that to a guy. He says, you're an idiot. Electric wires are made out of aluminum and copper. Yes, they are. But the coating that's around the wires is made of oil and rubber, which is oil. I mean, not oil, but like rubber, plastic, around it, which is oil.
Yeah. Plastic is derived from oil.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
They have the right ideas. They just don't have the stuff in place to implement it. That's like, we don't want any gas burning vehicles in California, but then you tell people for 2 weeks not to charge their electric vehicles because they don't have the electricity. That got so bad that they had to reopen 2 gas burning electric plants. Here they want to remove all the dams for the fish. And where are you going to get your electricity from? I mean, we got probably I don't know, I'd probably say 10 or 15 new solar places that came up here. And it's all shipped out of state. Oh yeah, and they want to get rid of cows and pigs and everything else. They want you to eat fucking crickets and grasshoppers. And no, I ain't never ate no crickets or grasshoppers. I don't know how they taste. But I'm a human being. I'm not a fucking lizard or a bat.
There we go. Fun, fun, fun. Now I'll go home and eat my sub. I had to get some soda. That Subway's prices on Coke is asinine. I'm like, so I don't have to fight Miss Maggie. I think I'll go over to the park and eat my sub. See, maybe a cop will come out and ask me why I'm sitting in the park in the dark.
I'm gonna do a roll.
That'd be funny shit if the cop did come over and ask me what I'm doing sitting in the park. I did that one time, and a cop asked me what I was doing sitting in the park. It was like I said, and the sign over it said the park closes at 10. Okay, but it's dark out. So what are you doing? And I said, and he kept badgering me, and he badgered me. I said, oh, me? You want to really know what I'm doing? Oh, I'm sorry, officer. You caught me. I said, I'm waiting for your wife to come over so I can have sex with her because she said her pencil neck geek husband can't satisfy her. That's why he became a cop, because he's got such a little prick. That was about 25 years ago. I bet you can imagine he didn't find my humor too funny.
No. Yeah. More and more people, Robert, are standing up against it. People don't want to touch that because they don't want to be, they don't want to talk about certain things because they don't want to be labeled as homophobic or transphobic or racist or whatever other thing they call you when you don't agree with what's coming out of their mouth.
Exactly. I'll give you a good one. I mean, it's like someone. There was a guy in a talk show, and a couple of months ago, and I was listening to it, and they didn't like the answer, and they says, oh, let's go to the Hale Roach Pavilion, La Cacarocha. Park hours 7:30 to 10 p.m. Violators will be fined. Well, it ain't 10 p.m. But anyways, this talk show says he was talking about it, and he says, so now if I have a get a sex change and become a woman. Look at how inviting that is. Nice little picnic area over there. We'll just sit right here though. But you decide to have get a sex change and then go date men and call yourself a woman. Does that mean you're gay or straight? And the guy says, well, you'd be straight because you were at that point a woman. He said, wrong. Do you still have a penis? And he said, yes. But you're trans. No, that means you're a man that's afraid to identify as gay. That's what I see. Well, I mean, they didn't like it when he said that, but what would you call it?
Well, that's like you say, I wouldn't date a man that claims to be a female. You say that and you're transphobic. Well, I don't want to date a girl that's got a penis. What's so hard to understand about that? Or what's wrong in your understanding on that?
I mean, hey,
I don't want to reach
men
down
don't care.
I don't want to reach down and grab a dick. To me, if you handle a penis and you're a man, then you're gay, and I'm not gay.
Well, it's a cord right down my mouth. If you got a dick, he said, no. The guy says you wouldn't be gay. I said, what would you call it?
Well, it's fine if you have a penis and want to think that you're a girl, but putting that motherfucker in my hand and telling me that you're a girl, that's a different story because that's a penis. It's not a vagina.
You want some?
The whole, what's the term that the military used? FUBAR.
You know what the old say? You know something? There's a brand of cereal. Whoever invented it, they invented it. How many years? How old is it? I don't know. But the name Fruit Loops. I don't think whoever invented the name Fruit Loops ever thought the world would turn into one giant box of Fruit Loops.
I like Fruit Loops.
Yeah, but did you ever seriously? What's the world now? One big box of Fruit Loops.
Exactly, Junkyard. And the fact of the matter that you have to ask, and people have a problem with you asking, is where everything's fucked up. That happened to Junkyard, to a friend of mine that was when I was in the Army. he just got out of Ranger School, and we were down in Combat Alley in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and he ended up leaving with this person he thought was a girl, and reached down between that person's legs, and he says that person had a dick bigger than mine, and it scared me. Well, he ended up going to jail because he almost beat this person to death, and I don't blame him.
There's
not
been
okay
a couple cases already that's happened.
it's not okay to deceive people. If you're dressed a certain way, and you're acting a certain way, people are going to assume that you're a male or a female. Sometimes it's real easy to be able to tell. And then there's other times when it's not.
Exactly. If you were driving your scooter down the street and a woman it goes, woohoo, how you doing, old stud man? And start flirting with you, and they were good looking, and they offered you some company asking if you want to give them company at their house. You're not dead. I'm sure if they look good to you, I'm sure you would follow them with your scooter.
Yeah, well, the truth of this matter is if you're flirting with me, the first words out of your mouth should be hello, how are you, and the second words should be is I have a dick between my legs.
No, but what if they didn't tell you that, and you went home with them, or they went to your house, wherever, and they got undressed in front of you, and got undressed and tried climbing into bed, and you were already in bed, and you reached down, they had a dick there, and they managed to get in bed without you noticing? Would you use dirty Gertie on him? Or would you just...
Probably right at that moment, yes. Let me put this out there in a more practical way. With a lot of people, whether it's with color or whether it's their gender, whatever, that's basically they're telling you that that's all they are, because they're not saying it. They're not talking about their character or what they do in life or anything. It's all about their sexuality. Well, you know what? If it's important, if it's not something that I can ask about, if it's important to you, I can tell you that it's damn sure important to me. Well, yeah, the one there that was in charge of nuclear waste is going to jail for stealing people's luggage, Junkyard. And that person was fired.
Does that surprise you?
Well, should have never been hired. Yeah, that's the one, Junkyard. And you look at it, and the ones that you're putting up on pedestals and saying this is what we're all about and what they're all about, they're not very good role models. They're not someone that their community or any other community wants to look up to or should look up to. What's up, Jackson? Are you comfortable? All the blood rushing to your head? Poor baby boy. Poor boy.
Well, it's kind of sad. The way society's gotten, like the park I'm in is Grove Park in Elmira, New York. It's been here since the 1880s. That's how long this been a park. And the building in front of me that I was showing there a little while ago has 2 bathrooms in it, a snack bar counter. So someone in the summertime they sell snack bars, ice cream, subs, whatever, right in this park. The original building that was here was an old tobacco barn. This used to be a tobacco area. This used to be a tobacco field. The man that owned it was named Hoffman's Grove. When he died in 1875, he donated this plot of land in his tobacco barn to the city of Elmira to turn it into a park. This park has 100 to 150-year-old solid oak trees in it. And I wish it was daylight, you could see it. It's absolutely gorgeous. But anyways, the original tobacco barn here was set on fire at a gay pride event about 3 years ago. The leader torched it because he said he was protesting the white race, and he torched a 150-year-old. Actually, it was older than that. The tobacco barn went back to the 1850s, and he torched over 150-year-old, over 160-year-old tobacco barn. Burned it to the ground. It was huge. It was fully insured though. It was huge. The city of Elmira had enough money to rebuild it and rebuild the one that was there. Instead, they built this little peon one compared to what was here. That one had a beautiful rail. They just took the money and put it in their pocket.
Yeah,
And the guy that burned down the barn got a year, 6 months probation.
Wow. Well, most of the people in Biden's administration, Junkyard, got the job because they're gay, they're transgender, or they're Indian, or they're black, or, you know, it's all about put these people in there to make everybody feel good. Well, you know, if you don't know what the reality of the world is Ukraine's the reality of what the world is. The world doesn't revolve around nicey nice. Wish it did. It revolves around money and killing each other.
I got a question for Junkyard. How's this grab you? It was in the news. They say they found secret documents in Biden's former office from when he was VP. Ain't that how is that any different than what they're not making a big deal of it, but how's that any different when they found from when they were talking about Trump having stuff in his office from when he was president? I mean, we're classified documents. How's that any different?
It's not different, but when it happened with Trump, they put it all out on the ground and staged it real nice and took a picture of it and had it all over the news.
Mm-hmm.
And now the only one that's talking about it with Biden is Fox.
Yeah. Actually, I found out about with NBC with Lester Holt.
Really? Good old Lester.
You know, I'll say this for Lester. Of all the newscasters, he's not a bad guy. I mean, as a human being, I don't know how he is. I've never met him in person, but he does seem like a nice guy, you know?
Yeah, they're going to say that, Junkyard.
They're going to probably, what they say that was probably planted by Trump's team.
No, it was an honest mistake.
Yeah.
And, you know, just so everybody knows what the next 2 years is going to be like, they're going to find all kinds of shit on actual things that are true about Biden in Congress, and they're going to impeach him, and the Democrats in the Senate are going to say, well, you know, you're just doing that because you're Republican, even though it'll be actual truth, you know, and they won't impeach him in the Senate.
If you believe that, you're crazier than I thought you were.
If I believe what?
That they're going to impeach Biden.
Oh, they will. They will.
Not a snowball chance in hell. No, it won't.
They will.
I mean, wait a second. I think this is another bet challenge. You bet me last time Trump would win. I knew he wouldn't. $20. So we'll do it today.
You-
$20,
I think-
Grandpa. That I bet that Biden won't get impeached by either the Congress or Senate. You want to take that bet?
Your confusion on how things work there, Scott.
They won't do it because they want to win in 2 years. They won't do it because they know the American people will retaliate against them and not vote, and they'll vote all Democrat again. $20. You want to take
He
that?
will.
Take that bet?
Yes, he will be impeached in the House.
I don't care, House or Senate. I mean, I'm not saying he'll be removed from office. We'll take that. I'll bet you $20. Neither the House or Senate will do shit to that man.
He will be impeached in the House, and it won't go anywhere because the Senate won't.
Well, I
impeach
know
him.
that. I mean, I don't think he'll get impeached either the House or the Senate. $20 bet. Everyone heard it. It's the bet. The bet ends at the end of Biden's term.
Oh, he's going to be impeached within this year because they're going to find all kinds of shit on him that he did with Hunter. And that's the problem with our justice system, is that they'll go after one side, but they won't go after the other. You know, 2 years of listening to that bullshit from Adam Schiff, when everything out of his mouth was a lie, and what does he do? He's still making $170,000 a year.
I don't think Ukraine's paying him anymore.
Oh, he's still going on TV running his mouth like, you know, he's a voice of reason and morality, and people believe him. Hey, Katrina, how you doing?
Now this is a good one. Look at this little can of dog. This is a little tiny pouch of dog food. 3.5 ounces. This is why I have to feed Mr. Gizmo. No corn, wheat, or soy. No animal byproduct. No artificial. It comes from Tractor Supply. Real beef. Grain free. How much you
Love you
think that?
too, Katrina.
$3 for that little tub. But that's how bad prices have gone up. And I'll tell everybody right here on this panel, I've said it before, the reason why I don't think that what you're saying, Grandpa, happened, because I predict the United States is going belly up, bankrupt. I not permanently, but we're going to go into another depression. It's going to make the 1929 stock market crash look like a walk in the park. I'll tell everybody here now, save your money, don't buy shit, and if you got assets, hold on to them. I've gotten rid of. I've been preparing for this for the last 3 years because I've seen it coming, and I've got one building left I rent out. I sold the two, not the money pits, I should say, but the ones that were. I had too many, so I downsized, and I'm saving money, and I'm stacking cash.
Look at this damn fool. Oh, sorry. I'm right here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. No. I'm right here with my boy. You're so handsome. You are so handsome.
Yeah, Katrina's baby's gonna get bigger than her. She'll be able to take her. She'll be able in a couple of years. She'll be bigger than her probably.
Yeah, I see her pictures that you post all the time on Facebook, Katrina. She's grown, and she's got the most beautiful smile. You would like that little girl, wouldn't you, Jackson?
Watch. I predicted by the time that kid's 10 years old, Katrina will be like this tall, and her kid will be like this, about 6 inches taller. Wouldn't doubt it. That's the way it always is, you know. She's either going to be taller than Katrina or the same height.
Yes, Katrina, you definitely are vertically challenged.
That's a new way of putting it.
My older granddaughter here is as tall as my son now. And she's 11 years old.
I went to school with a kid named Lawrence. His name was Lawrence Roberto Johnson. He's dead now. Got hit by a car. The guy said he didn't see him, and anyways, he was 7'9" tall by the time he was in 9th grade, and he was in the Guinness Book of World Records, I thought, but there's taller than him. But anyways, he was 7'9" by the time he was in 9th grade. Just stopped growing all of a sudden and never grew another inch. And but he got killed supposedly walking across down an alleyway. The guy said he didn't see him, but they found out later it was murder because someone had a hit on him or something. I don't. But I mean, the jury didn't believe it. You're saying you couldn't see this guy? He was taller than a beanpole. But his parents all were only 5 foot tall. They don't, and everyone in this family 5 foot, 5'11". They don't know how this guy came about. But shit happens.
You see that guy that took out that robber in the restaurant there in Texas?
Yep. And then the guy had a fake gun. The guy took the gun and threw it against. God damn it! He wasn't mad they shot him. He was mad that some dummy would try and rob a store with a fake gun.
Yeah, well, you know, the guy that did that's going to end up going to prison. Because after he shot him, I don't know how many times he shot him in the back. He went over and picked that gun, like you said, threw it on the ground, shot him 3 more times in the head.
I didn't hear if he's got did they find out who it was?
No, they want to talk to him. They don't want to talk to him. They want to arrest him. It's, you know, he was fine shooting that guy because that's self-defense. Where he went wrong is when he went over there after the guy was already on the ground and he picked up the pistol. He wasn't a threat anymore, and he shot him 3 more times in the head.
I don't think he'll go to prison. I don't think a jury in Texas will convict him. At least I hope they don't. I mean, you know something? I could understand the guy's frustration for doing that. I mean, but hey, he's lucky he can do it even there. If I tried that here, I'd be in jail. You might as well commit suicide if you did that in New York.
Junkyard says there was a woman nearby dodged a pothole and hit a semi head on. I said she should see a pothole, but couldn't see the semi. Yeah. You know, myself, I would have taken the pothole.
I would have too.
You know, there ain't there's no good ending hitting a truck, no matter where you hit it.
The hell. Yeah, let's just back out of a driveway instead of on oncoming traffic, so we have to stop. Good job, Sherlock.
You know that little metal bar that you see in the back of trailers? That was made into law back after Jay Mansfield was beheaded.
It's called it's not a bumper. They call it a reese bar. What's interesting is a lot of truckers had them before that even happened, but that won't.
Yeah.
They found out that reese bar don't do much good because it can actually decapitate someone. Just as worse.
Yeah, or push the motor up into you.
Yep.
You know, you just have to be diligent and aware when you're driving a vehicle, and don't get into a pissing contest with an 18-wheeler.
No, because we bite. Not directly, but indirectly, we bite.
You know, there's no happy ending there.
No.
You know, pay attention. That's like if people that hit a moose, you know, they weren't watching the road close enough. Because they're big. You can see them.
Yeah.
And unless you have a big 4-wheel drive truck or a semi, unfortunately, that moose usually ends up right in the front seat with you.
True.
Because the car takes their legs out and they slide right over the hood.
Oh yeah.
And if
They'll destroy a semi even. Don't kid yourself.
They do a lot of damage. They've done damage to trains before.
Uh-huh. Moose, bear. That's another one. A grizzly bear. Bison. I saw a YouTube video and they were talking about things, you know, and I like where one worker, a highway worker, was talking about it, you know, about moose, like up in Colorado, Maine, wherever. He said, and they were doing the statistics, and he gave two scenarios. Would you rather hit a telephone pole head on at 50 miles an hour, or hit a moose at 50 miles an hour? If you had to hit one or the other, which one do you think which one would you pick, and which one would you have a better chance of surviving?
I think a telephone pole.
Yep. He said he said the telephone pole will break off. You could hit a moose or a rhino or like a bison, and they don't move very easy.
No, well, you take the legs out and they end up in the front seat with you.
Yep.
I've
and a
seen
bear,
vehicles,
it's just as bad.
I've seen vehicles here in Maine that's had that happen. Hell, one time the head of the moose was on the trunk of the vehicle. You know, a bull moose, you're talking 2,000 pounds.
Yep.
Hitting your windshield at 50 miles an hour.
Not to mention the rack.
Oh, I like me some good racks.
Not that kind of rack, Grandpa. Get your mind out of the gutter. There's a YouTube channel called Live Simple Alaska, and it's a couple that moved to Alaska. They bought a tiny house. They live in a tiny house and that. But anyways, every video you'll see them, no matter whether they're working on they built out houses and all kinds of outbuildings and that. This guy walks around with a gun on his chest 24/7 or on his side. He never goes anywhere without his gun, even though he's walking around his own property. But anyways, they go moose hunting every year, and people ask him why he was doing a Q&A, and someone asked him why he takes his snowmobile or four-wheeler with him when he goes hunting. Why don't he just take like a sled and drag the moose out of the woods? And he was doing a live Q&A, and he just shook his head. He said, it's just me and my wife. Have you ever tried dragging a car through the woods? He said, up a street, pushing a car down the street? Well, you can do it. Yeah, on a flat level surface. Yeah. And that's a car with tires. Try lugging that car. How about take those back? You'd have a better chance of dragging a car if you jacked it up, took all the wheels off it, dragging on its brake drums and rotors, dragging that down the street than you would dragging a moose.
What big boy? You're such a good boy. You are such a good boy.
He is a good boy.
Yes, you are. You're such a good boy. What's the weather going to be tomorrow?
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. I remember that movie. It was stupid, but it was funny.
No, only in the 20s tomorrow.
That's something you ought to do when you're talking about the battery on that scooter. I bet you on tomorrow you'll be lucky if you get 2 blocks without having to charge that battery because of the cold.
I don't use it when it's cold. I bring the battery inside.
No, but you put it in and go out and use it and then bring it back in. But yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, I've already had that. It goes slower and it loses the power quicker, but I can still go up to Walmart and back.
Oh yeah, but you know what I'm saying though. It could actually get to the point to where it would it gets worse and worse as it gets colder and colder. But they're having and see, you got proof of what happens when you use a battery powered scooter. Imagine what it's going to do when the cars are like that.
Yeah. You're such a good boy. I want to scratch that nose. Yes. I want to scratch that nose.
Yeah, just give me a second here now. I know you want to see Miss Maggie.
Yeah. I know, Junkyard. Well, they've been doing that right along anyways. Because they hired those people to come out in their hazmat suits early in the morning and spray all the shit and the needles and everything down in the sewer. That's their idea of saving the environment. Hi, Jack.
Hi, Maggie. Yes, Maggie,
Yeah.
stop jumping.
You know, I lived in California for 5 years, and I can tell you the pollution there is bad. Some days you can't even see the top of the buildings.
Always wondered that until I went there.
You know, and the air quality has different ratings. You know, it gets too high, and they tell you if you don't have to, don't go out.
I bet you.
You know, getting stuck on the interstate for an hour and a half. You know, we move 5-10 feet, stop for 15 minutes a 15-minute drive take me an hour and a half at peak hour on the interstate. Not Jackson. Yes. Oh, well, let me show everybody.
Did you ever get caught in what? Did you get caught in those rush hour crap very much?
Oh yeah, my last year there, I was working right in downtown Los Angeles on 3rd and Alameda, and got done at 5 o'clock, and it was part of rush hour. And people thought I was revving my engine because I was pissed off, and it wasn't the case. The car that I had a different motor put in it, and they didn't change the radiator, so to keep it so it wouldn't overheat, I had to take and rev the engine up.
Oh, I bet you that's a big problem in California.
Yeah, I was there from 80 to 85, Junkyard. Lived in Pomona and Montclair.
And how much was your rent back then?
Geez, actually what I'm paying now.
I bet you that same apartment is probably $2,500
Yeah, probably.
or more.
I lived in one of the housings that what was it? General Dynamics used to house their workers. When I lived in Pomona, it was right around the corner from me. They made missiles for airplanes. Yeah, things are a whole lot different there now, Junkyard.
Things are different everywhere. Are you kidding?
Yeah. I imagine the smog was even worse when I was there in the 80s, Junkyard. I mean, there's 17 million people in LA County alone. That's one thing I really love about Maine. There's only 1.5 million people in the whole state. Yes, you can get in a vehicle and drive 5-10 minutes up the road and be a place out in the country where there's no street lights or anything, and nobody around.
Oh, you want to see this guy?
Hey there, you like tacos, don't you?
Mr. Gizmo.
Mr. Gizmo. Mr.
Oh,
Gizmo.
he wants his food. He says, "Give me my dinner." Maggie, your audience is waiting for you. Come on, Maggie.
When you were
Come
there,
here,
Junkyard, you ever go to Big Bear?
Come on. Come on, Maggie. Come here. Come here. Your audience is waiting for you.
Maggie. Hi, Maggie. Oh, pretty girl. Pretty girl. She says, my dad smells like meat.
What? What, Maggie? Yeah, I see. Yeah. She don't like me. She hates my guts.
Maggie's such a good girl.
Someone had a live stream and they said they think I poisoned Mr. Briggs. I wasn't on the panel. A good thing. I would have laughed if you were on the panel. You probably would have fell over laughing. then chewed him out. I don't know what you would have said, but I'm sure you wouldn't. I'm sure you would have told them they're nuts.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna.
The furthest I went north, Junkyard, was San Luis Obispo. No, Big Bear is in California.
Yep.
There might be one out east. I used to enjoy the trip to Las Vegas.
I bet you did.
Yeah, back when
Yeah,
if you were gambling, your drinks were free.
really?
Oh yeah. You do it right, you lose $30 on gambling and drink $50 worth of alcohol. Oh, okay, east of LA. Yeah, I don't know if it was east or whatever. I know it was a decent trip, and it was nice to go there. Nice little cabin.
Did you ever make it to the part of Yellowstone? That
No.
where the dang. Ugh. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I decided one year, the wife and I, we wanted to see some snow at Christmas time, so we drove up to Big Bear. Well, about 2 million other people had the same idea.
I bet you.
Yeah, San Bernardino Mountains. That's the same place where I saw the US Festival.
Ugh.
And I used to go to a mall there that's now no longer open, the San Bernardino Mall.
I was in Los Angeles for 2 days in 1996, or a day and a half, I should say. I pulled in on a Monday afternoon and left Wednesday morning. That was enough.
Yeah, California is like New York City. It's nice for the wealthy people. I watch a guy on YouTube. I watch a guy on YouTube that does the YouTube shorts. He goes up to people in New York and says, "How much do you pay for rent?" And New York City, the average that he's had was from $1,800 to $10,000 a month. Yeah, they shut a lot of things down, Junkyard.
Yep.
You know, I used to love to go to the San Bernardino Mall. A store there was the only place that sold this acrylic stuff called Crystal Sheen. And I mean, that was what, three floors, over 200 stores in it.
Have you ever wanted to go back? Ever thought about going back and visiting your hometown in Wisconsin?
No. Nope, no desire to. Nothing but bad memories there. I would like to make it back to Fort Bragg.
I'd probably. How many years were you in the service? 4 or 5?
3.
See, to me, you should. That's one thing. That's one thing I will say the Democrats have done. They keep saying that if you served in the military for even 2 years, you should get some pension, even if it was $500. You know, I agree with that.
So that'd be nice if they implemented that and give me 40 years back pay.
You're having wet dreams if you think that would happen. They wouldn't. They would give you 40 years. They'd start at your retirement age, which would be 60 for the military. But even so, because they couldn't go back that far.
No, I don't like traveling from here either, Junkyard. I love the Freiburg Fair, but man, just driving there.
So what made you pick Saco, Maine?
Skowhegan.
Skowhegan. What made you pick that?
My ex-parents lived right out of town. You're going to get up and lay on Luna, huh? Jackson likes you to grab his tail.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
He's a crazy kind of dog.
Maybe he goes the other way a little bit.
I can rub his belly and scratch his belly and stuff. He don't get excited that way. That's why the girl got rid of him. He lost interest.
Oh hell, Maggie lays right down on her back and watches her rub her belly. Like, yeah, rub it right there, y'all. She loves it. Now I think Maggie. Yes, Maggie. Mr. Gizmo, his you don't quit smelling his dick. I know. She's over there sniffing Mr. Gizmo. She keeps sniffing Mr. Gizmo's dick like he's going to be able to do anything.
Oh, Luna does that with Jackson all the time. But
Maggie, hush.
If he was to jump on her back, she would fuck him up. Anyway, folks, I've been on here for a little over 2 hours. I'm going to call it a night. Want to thank everybody for coming in. Thanks for coming up, Scott.
Yeah.
And y'all take care now. You hear? Bye.
Bye.